Good morning, everyone. Welcome to our Monday morning meditation. Thank you for being here today. I'm so glad to be here with you as always. It's a wonderful meditation time for me as well, and hopefully as it is for you. I mentioned last week that on Sundays, I've been working with the meditation booklet, Meditation, Your Key to Accessing Universal Consciousness, for the Center for Enlightenment and their Sunday classes. Reach over here and grab it. Our meditation booklet that we worked with by Jane Elizabeth Hart of Center for Enlightenment. We went through it on our Monday morning meditations a few weeks ago. And the concept that stood out to me yesterday as I was working with a class that lingered over today for our time together was the concept of meditation being our way of strengthening that intuitive part of us, that intuition that is, Jane Elizabeth Hart calls it it's like an extra arm that we didn't even know we had. And as we meditate, we're strengthening that intuitive sense. And in the booklet, she likens it to a cell phone service. So we have our cell phones that are on all the time nowadays, and even way back when they were plugged into the wall, they were on 24/7 and we could always receive a call. And now we can not just receive calls on our phones, obviously, but we can Google something, search something up that we would like to know in the moment. And our intuition is like that phone service that is connected all the time. And as we meditate, we are paying our phone bill, so to speak, so that that connection maintains itself. So I just really like that. It's such a simple concept of paying my phone bill so that my service is on. We wouldn't expect our phone service to continue if we weren't paying our bill. And if we did expect that, that's a whole different story that we're not going to get into today. But our meditation time is our payment, our investment in that phone service of our intuition, of our connection to that universal consciousness, our connection to that information that is above and beyond what we store in our minds, above and beyond what we can look for on the third dimensional human internet. It's above and beyond anything that we've ever experienced in our history. We're tapping into something, a presence, an energy that can see a bigger picture. It's an energy that can look beyond what we can look at with our eyes, with our knowledge of what's happening. That intuition goes out and it says, okay, if I'm sitting and asking during my meditation time for input for my day, input for my week, maybe there's something specific that I'm asking about, of a relationship or a situation at work or a situation with neighbors, it doesn't matter, anything that is in our world that we are thinking about or we need a solution for, we can take that into our meditation time and say, okay, what do I need to know about this? We're going to put it in the cosmic search bar and type it in with our hearts and say, okay, what do I need to know about this? I don't know, but I believe that there's something greater out there that can help me know the answer. Just very much like we trust that we type something in the search bar on our phones or computers, and we know we'll receive an answer. We may not like it, we may not agree with it, but an answer will come. But unlike the internet, that universal storehouse of wisdom that we tap into through our intuitive connection knows better than the internet. Thank goodness. So we're going to tap into that online system, that internal online system of our intuition. And no matter what reason you meditate for, whether it's relaxation or health or calmness or taking a break from the mind stuff that goes on all the time, no matter why you meditate, you are still developing that connection. You are still nurturing that intuition that is supporting you, even if that's not why you're meditating. So it's there whether whether we want it or not, but as we use it, it strengthens. And just like as when I first got a smartphone years ago, the more I used it, the more I understood how to use it, and the more I knew how it can benefit me as I'm walking around away from my computer. And our intuition is very much like that. The more we use it, the more it works for us. So we are going to make our internet payment right now together. I invite you to just relax in your chair if you're not already. And relax in your chair in such a way that you can just let go of all thought of the body. Just let your physical being melt into the place you're sitting. And if you have any physical discomfort that keeps you from completely being able to let go of the body, just notice it and let it be. Because even that is melting into the place where you sit. I invite you to be aware of your breath. Let it come in and out naturally through breathing from your diaphragm rather than just your chest. Those are our most calming breaths. Just feel pure air that you're breathing coming in and everything else moving out as you exhale. We're breathing in not just pure air, but pure energy and light that carries whatever it is that we need. Just breathe that into every cell of our bodies. And we breathe out everything else. Continuing with the analogy of our meditation, connecting us with that information of the cosmic internet, that universal storehouse of wisdom, is Jane Elizabeth calls it. Our work in our meditation time is to clear the mind, clear our cache, clear our browsing history in our minds, are trying to solve the problem instead of waiting for the search results to come. We're investing our time, our presence, our attention, our quiet mind. And where the mind isn't quiet, just notice. But let your desire and your intention be wanting to hear the bigger answer, wanting to receive the higher solution. So if you've brought any issue to this time today, I invite you to just, from your heart, type it in. To that search bar, whatever that is. Maybe it's a relationship, a work situation, something about yourself that you want to understand better. Concerns for the world. Type it in. When you push enter on that search, just feel it being released to that universal web. And then let your mind and heart and every cell of your beingness be open, patient, still. When the mind gets busy trying to get the answer or figure it out, or if anything else comes in, just sweep it aside and say, no, I'm waiting for the bigger answer. I'm tired of trying to figure things out with my little mind, my little will that can only see a tiny amount of information. I'm willing to wait for the bigger answer, for the bigger support. We just wait. But in the words of Eckhart Tolle, we are not just waiting. We're not waiting at all. We're being. We're just being. That our expectation isn't one of antsiness or impatience, but with a peaceful faith that the answer is coming, a peaceful expectation that it may have already arrived and it will pop up on our screen of awareness whenever it's needed most. And in the meantime, we are receptive in this just being. Maybe you can feel a warmth moving through you, filling you. Maybe you feel or see in your mind's eye light that's filling you. And that is your intuitive connection. And even if you don't feel anything at all, it's there. It is very much there. There's such a relief, a sense of peace and security to know that there's something greater than ourselves, than our own little minds that we can tap into for support, understanding, solutions. We are not alone even when we think we are. Unlike our human internet that can come up with responses to our searches with varying degrees of reliability and help, we can always rely on that intuitive connection. And again, the more we use it, the more we learn what those higher answers are versus the attachments of our mind to certain outcomes versus being open to the highest outcome. Sometimes those are the same, sometimes they're not. They're not always what we want, but they're always what's best. And sometimes they're exactly what we want personally. But that just means that our personal desire was aligned with what was in the best interest for everyone in the situation. It doesn't make us any more right than we were before. It just means that our desire was our desire happened to be that of the highest good. If we are always doing what is best in the situation, then even if the outcome is different than what we want, on a personal level, there's a peace at knowing we did the right thing. There's a peace knowing that we were aligned with that flow and divine intention. We take this intuitive internet connection with us. It's in every cell of our bodies. It's in our hearts. It's in the quietest places in our mind. And as you take a couple of deep breaths and feel your body in your chair, feel that you're also bringing with you this connection. You can tap into it anytime, day or night. Type in your question in your heart and send it forth and know the answer is forthcoming. And if you are able to continue your meditation time, I invite you to do so. Thank you for coming today and searching that cosmic internet with me today. Have a wonderful week. Lots of wonderful intuitive searches and answers. And I will see you next week. Bye-bye.